Welcome in, you beautiful soul. A profound shift is happening. Can you feel it? Can you see the affects? You may feel it deep within your being. It is a quiet stirring, a gentle call to awaken from a long slumber. This is the new earth frequency. It's not something you can grasp with your mind or measure with your instruments. It's a change in consciousness itself. It's a movement away from the heavy, dense energy of the past, which was rooted in fear, separation, and the endless chatter of the ego. We're being invited into a lighter, more vibrant state of being, one that's aligned with presence, stillness, and a deep, unspoken knowing that connects us all. This frequency has always been here, waiting for us to become still enough to notice it. The old world, the one the mind created, is built on separation. It sees you and me, us and them. This is the foundation of the third-dimensional reality, a state of consciousness where the thinking mind dominates. In this state, we identify with our thoughts, our emotions, and our life stories. We live in the past and the future, rarely touching the infinite peace of the present moment. But this structure is dissolving. The new frequency calls us to a higher awareness. It asks us to see beyond the forms, beyond the labels, and to recognize the one consciousness, the one life, that animates every person, every animal, and every plant. It's a return to unity. This transition from the old energy to the new is not always a comfortable process. It can feel like the ground beneath your feet is shifting. Old structures in all life, both internal and external, are beginning to crumble. This is not a sign that something is wrong. It's a sign that what is false is falling away to make room for what is true. The mind will resist this change. It'll cling to what's familiar, to its stories of lack and suffering. But underneath the mind's noise, there's a deeper intelligence guiding this process. It's the intelligence of life itself, unfolding and evolving through you. Trust this process. As humanity collectively awakens, the Earth herself is undergoing a parallel transformation. The planet is not separate from us. We are expressions of its consciousness. Her cleansing, the storms, the geological shifts, the changes in climate, is a reflection of our own inner cleansing. Some of us know this as shadow work. As we release the dense energies of fear, anger, and grief that have accumulated over millennia, the Earth mirrors this release. She's shaking off the old frequency just as we are. This is not a catastrophe to be feared, but a necessary purification. It's a powerful, beautiful, and sometimes intense process of rebirth for both humanity and our home. For a long time, humanity has relied almost exclusively on the 5 physical senses. We've been taught to trust only what we can see, hear, touch, taste, or smell, but this is a very limited way of perceiving reality. The new frequency is awakening our dormant inner senses. Chief among these is intuition. Intuition is not thinking, it's a direct knowing that arises from the stillness within. It's the quiet voice of consciousness itself, speaking to you from a place beyond the mind. It doesn't argue or explain itself. It simply presents a clear sense of yes or no, a feeling of rightness or wrongness. We're learning to trust this inner guidance system over the loud, often fearful voice of the ego. As we become more present, our ability to sense energy grows stronger. Everything is energy, vibrating at a certain frequency. You can already feel this, even if you don't have a word for it. You walk into a room and can feel the atmosphere, whether it's tense or peaceful. This is energetic resonance. You're sensing the collective energy field of the people in that space. As our consciousness shifts, this ability will become much more refined. We'll be able to perceive the energetic state of another person, a place, or even an object with great clarity. This isn't a psychic power, it's a natural human ability that's been forgotten. This leads us to a more direct form of communication: telepathy. This isn't about reading specific thoughts like words in a book. It's about sensing the core intention and emotional state of another being directly. It's a soul-to-soul connection that bypasses the clumsy and often misleading medium of language. When you're fully present with another person, you can feel their essence without them needing to say a word. You can sense their joy, their pain, their truth. This form of communication is emerging now, because we're moving beyond the egoic need to hide behind a mask of personality. We're becoming transparent to one another. These aren't supernatural skills to be acquired. They're natural capacities that unfold as you disidentify from your thinking mind. The more you anchor yourself in the present moment, the more these inner senses awaken. It happens by itself. Your only task is to create the space for them to emerge. This is done through acceptance, through non-resistance to what is. When you stop struggling with the present moment, you become a clear vessel for this higher intelligence to flow through. The shift isn't about becoming something you're not. It's about becoming fully who you are beneath the layers of conditioning. In a world governed by this new frequency, deception becomes impossible. Deception and manipulation are products of the egoic mind. The ego needs to hide, to pretend, to control perceptions in order to maintain its sense of self. It thrives on creating a false image to present to the world. But when communication happens on an energetic and intuitive level, there's nowhere for the ego to hide. Your true state of being, your core intention, is felt directly by others. You can't say one thing while feeling another, because the feeling, the frequency, is what is truly communicated. The mask becomes transparent. This transparency will fundamentally change all human interactions. Think of the energy wasted in politics, in business, in personal relationships, on posturing and manipulation. All of this falls away. When truth is the basis of communication, interactions become simple, direct and authentic. There's no need for hidden agendas or complex strategies. You simply are who you are, and you meet the other as they are. This creates a profound sense of safety and trust. The fear of being deceived or manipulated dissolves because you can sense the truth in another person's energy field. Honesty becomes the only possible way to relate. Relationships will transform from being based on roles and obligations to being based on frequency and soul resonance. In the old paradigm, relationships were often transactions. We connected based on need, on societal expectations, or on the ego's desire for completion. In the new energy, you'll be drawn to others based on a vibrational match. You'll connect with those who resonate with your state of consciousness. These relationships won't be based on what you can get from the other person, but on a shared journey of awakening. They'll be free of drama and conflict, which are the byproducts of the ego. This shift will bring an end to the power structures that have dominated humanity for so long. Systems built on secrecy, control, and misinformation can't survive in a field of transparency. When people can sense the truth directly, they'll no longer give their power away to institutions or leaders who aren't aligned with their highest good. Power will return to the individual, not as an egoic force, but as the quiet power of presence and awareness. A new kind of society will emerge, one that's built not on laws and enforcement, but on the inner guidance and collective intelligence of an awakened humanity. The transformation of our planet is not an event separate from our own inner work. Earth is a living, conscious being, and we're intricately connected to her. For centuries, the collective human ego has inflicted great harm upon her, treating her as a resource to be exploited rather than as our sacred mother. The pollution, deforestation, and imbalance we see in the outer world are a direct reflection of the pollution and imbalance within the collective human psyche. The planet is now clearing these dense, toxic energies, just as we're being called to clear them from our own inner space through presence and acceptance. This planetary cleansing is a necessary and beautiful part of the awakening. Don't see the Earth's changes through the eyes of fear, for fear is the very energy that's being cleared. Instead, see it as a powerful act of healing. The Earth is recalibrating her frequency to a higher, more harmonious vibration. She's shaking off the accumulated weight of human unconsciousness. By doing your own inner work, by choosing presence over thought, acceptance over resistance, you're directly contributing to this planetary healing. Every moment you spend in stillness helps to anchor the new Earth frequency on this planet. You are a vital part of this process. Imagine a world where this new consciousness is the foundation of our lives. It'll be a world where presence is valued more than productivity, where stillness is understood as the source of all true creativity and intelligence, where human connection is based on the deep recognition of the shared being in each other, not on superficial identities. In this new world, our actions will naturally arise from a place of love and wisdom, because they'll be aligned with the intelligence of the whole. We'll work in harmony with nature, not against it, because we'll feel our connection to it in every cell of our bodies. This isn't a distant utopia to be hoped for in the future. The new Earth isn't a place you go to. It's a state of consciousness that's emerging right here, right now, within you. It's born in every moment that you choose to step out of the stream of compulsive thinking and rest in the simple awareness of the present. It's born every time you look at another person and see beyond their personality to the timeless essence within. The future is created in this moment. By embracing the stillness and truth of your own being, you're not just changing your own life, you're becoming a doorway through which the new Earth can be born. Tell me in the comments below, have you been questioning yourself? Have you been seeing things out of the corner of your eyes? Have you been hearing a voice, but no one is there? We all have abilities to see beyond our physical eyes. The new normal of higher consciousness is and will be our new heaven on earth. Like and subscribe to the Energy is All channel for more.